walk into the open for that long. What's the thing here? No. It's the layer of the Elanarae, huh? No. We don't want to go in there again. We want to climb up one level. Yes. Oh, this was this. No. Why are the old supers below the new ones? Ah, there. Too bad I already started a new video. That's kind of this problem with this automatically restarting thing, but oh well, it's safe. You waiting, but we all did so often in this game. And let me take a quick break. Be right back. And I'm back. So I did my laundry. I have to do this from time to time. Okay, we are waiting. So let's return robot, wait, magic. Return robot, meditation. 20. Same as Lady Gilvan. Lady Gilvan, meditation. Some tonies. Oh, sleep. No, we want to sleep more. And sleep a bit more. The Borbarat warm danger can wait a little bit. Okay. We are tired, we want to sleep. Let us do this. Sorry? Okay. What is this? We took a sweet time with the heartfelt greetings Soldo Foslarian has in store for you. By now you have grown used to the Mage's direct, at times insulting ways. And pay no attention to him, which makes his blood boil in turn. While Lando Gavano tries in vain to calm down his colleague, Elanarae turns to Lotor, who is observing the Mage's argue with a certain amount of glee. Know what? The Trade Master gestures toward Haldana of Ilmanstone, who enters the room with a long bundle. These are Kajubu buds, she explains and points to the package. With their help you will be able to last half an hour without air. We will cast a spell on you to enable you to breathe underwater, but you better take these as well, just in case it doesn't last long enough. Okay. Oop. 12. Now Leia hobbles in. I've got some shoes for you, she explains, pointing at her bandaged leg. She adds, I can't wear myself right now. Elanarae looks at her as if she's gone mad. The shoes are weighted down with lead, Lotor explains. Once you're down on the bottom, they'll make movement easier. At the riverbank, Vorhizel puts his hand on Elanarae's eyes. This spell will let you see well, even at the greatest depths, he explains. Then cups a handful of water from the river, blows gently across it and touches Elanarae's mouth and nose with his right hand. The other spell, enabling you to breathe underwater, will last for approximately 6 hours. You must complete your task by then. Then all the others in the party undergo the same treatment. Elanarae starts to gasp, and despite drawing in great lungfuls of air, he feels like suffocating. High time you get into the water. What a stupid spell. What if you come up earlier? Oh, you're suffocating now, you have to stay in water. Since she doesn't have any other choice, Returning Robot starts to breathe, and the water fills her lungs, just the same as the air did before. The metal boots are so heavy they sink deep into the mud. Thanks to the side spell you can recognize your immediate vicinity, but everything beyond that is shrouded in darkness. You're breathing normally and the fear of drowning is receding rapidly. After getting used to the situation, you look around. A large number of fish, some of them in schools, are meandering through the ruins of houses that must have sunk below the sea a long time ago. Right next to you, Ray is gliding across the ocean floor, searching for food and raising clouds of sand. Okay, we have flat boots now, right? Oh, they changed our normal shoes with that. You have just about gotten used to the unusual surroundings, even though you still find moving somewhat harder, and you can only communicate through hand signs, when 5 Nixes appear from behind the walls of a ruin and approach. Their skin is light and smooth, their hair is shining with a multitude of blues and greys. Their eyes are large and dark, their movements are elegant. However, they are equipped with spear-like weapons and seem intent on using them too. We don't want you any harm. Are these women topless? Ooh, I hope I don't have to pixelize these pixel boobies. That would suck pretty hard. Oh no! Boobies! The horror! The horror of mankind! How can you show us boobs in a game? How dare you! I never understood this. I don't know. God? Yeah, I don't know how to say it. I don't want fear or something, but this, oh my god, remember. I was always wondering when I was watching American sitcoms, and usually these went on for a very long time. So the actors and actresses all grown up, and they had to, well, change some of the storylines because now the first 10-year-old is suddenly a teenager, and we should make teenager-related stuff with her. And it always confused me when the parents were like, "Oh, you are only 16. You are not allowed to have a boyfriend by now." And I'm like, what? You have a hard time finding a 16-year-old virgin here in Germany, I can tell you that. Most of them are like, oh my god, I'm 14 now and I hadn't have a boyfriend/girlfriend yet. I am so out of the loop. Well, it's kinda strange nowadays. Ah, it's the computer combat, we saw the death animation. It's enough. I don't know. Of course you can argue if this is a good or a bad thing. Like, I don't want tridents. Yes. The fight is over. I've heard of nixes like these, recalling Robot thinks, and she would like to offer her knowledge to the others. But it's somewhat difficult with only hand signs to communicate. I need to find... Suddenly 5 nixes appear from behind a ruin and approach. Blast, thinks Lady Gilvan. Hope that's not going to be a trend. We get ready to fight. At a distance of 2 paces, though, the strange beings stop and lower their weapons. One of them comes a bit closer, points at you and motions you to follow. Let's follow them, my people. The Nix that gestured to you swims ahead while the others follow you. Oh, a huge palace. Okay. Finally you reach a large palace. The merman bids you enter. I hope I don't have to fight all of you. The large portal swings open and reveals a gigantic hall. You enter and suddenly find yourself on dry ground. Behind you the water seems to be held back by an invisible wall. Inside the room there's absolutely no sign of the building being on the bottom of the sea. There's no sign of algae, seaweed or shells. There isn't even any sand on the floor. The sumptuously decorated ceiling is vaulting high above floor, and walls are covered with pictures of sea creatures, among them a great many porpoises and sperm whales. Sperm whales. The entire hall is filled with those strange nixes. They leave a path through the midst for you, along which you approach a large stone throne, upon which is sitting another nix. Next to him stands a young sailor who speaks to you.
My name is Hawk Nasser. Welcome in the name of the River Father of the Cavil. He thanks you for accepting his invitation. You're safe here. The Nixes are a peaceful people. We know that you've been attacked by some of them, but that is in fact the very reason we've asked you here. The king assumes you'd like to know what I'm doing here. The answer's simple enough. During a boating trip, I saw a female Nixie and fell in love. When she disappeared into the depths, I sprang overboard and followed her. Then I ran out of air and lost consciousness. When I came to, I found myself down here. Since then, I've been living here, at her side. But now for the reason for your visit. We know that you want to enter the Evenstar. The king is prepared to help you under the sole condition you do him a favor first. Should you fulfill his mission, for your reward you will receive a glow stick that will open doors inside the sunken Evenstar you wouldn't be able to open otherwise. Some months ago, a young man of the Nixes, Delpho by name, struck down and killed one of his fellows. That was a horrendous crime, as violence of this sort is quite unknown amongst this people. Delpho became ill-tempered and evil-minded. In fact, he was downright bloodthirsty. Now, as a sailor, I've heard that alcohol and the light of the full moon sometimes has such an effect on merpeople. In his immeasurable wisdom, the River Father has banished the wretched Delpho. But our peace is shattered. Increasingly, young Nixes, men and women, disappear, only to be seen later among Delpho's followers. But by then, those well-behaved children have become ferocious predators. They enjoy torturing and killing others of Ephrod's children. The Nixes themselves can't do anything against these rebels, as any sort of altercation with their own goes against their very nature. So, we ask you to end this dreadful business. You will have to find out what pernicious cause turns these formerly peaceful creatures into such ferocious monsters, and put an end to this evil. And if at all possible, please spare any Nixes that aren't an immediate threat to your lives. All your feelings are apparent to the father of the Nixes, and he's noticed a strong sympathy from your side towards one of his children. As our sister Zorka returns your feelings, she will accompany you. As Zorka is under the protection of the River Father, take good care of her and return her unharmed.
Okay, one of my group fell in love with a mermaid. Why not? I highly doubt that mermaids have legs. She is useless. Where are the other loco? You have 50 boats? Yes. 25 and 25. Let's give her a hammer, and let's give her the orc hook. And how about you take the shovel and the sword and this golden shield. Yes, I'm trying to weight her down so she's not running around like mad, getting into combat fast. Especially when I'm auto-combating. I don't want to give her the bolts though. I don't know if she keeps the stuff I give her now, because this is all stuff I don't really need. But we will fight some merc people, so Where the heck do we have to go? A large flat shadow comes trotting down to the seafloor ahead of you. You move close and realize it's a sea turtle's shell. Only when you touch the shell do you realize it's occupied. At that moment a turtle shoves its head and flippers out the shell holes and swims away. Oh. I should tell a merman speech. This was a horrible thing. Okay, what the fuck are you? Sea floor. Somebody's messaging me on Skype. Who is it? CPC Gamer. Evil. Talk to him later. What are you? Hello? About 40 wet plants, several feet in size, are dancing slowly with the current in the door opening. You can't pass through the door without touching them. No. I don't think we need to go in there. What is this water bubbles rising here? Oh, I'll enter. Wait! This is the sea star, we don't need to go in there yet. Oh, chest. A pup, the Elanarae trips over the edge of a chest, partly buried in the sand. It doesn't look like that. One strong kick against the rotten wood is sufficient to reveal its contents. One broken glass bottle, one rusty iron shield, one book with nothing but a mass of pulp by now, and one dull brass mirror. In addition, Queen of Headless finds a whetstone, a small bronze flacon, and a silver necklace. Yes, you can have all of these things. You take it in your offhand. Here, carry more. Carry all you can. Take everything. There's the remains of some collapsed shells visible, interspersed with earthen shards. On the edge of the devastation is a large clay jug. It looks reasonably intact. Let's break it. Elanarae kicks the jug with his heavy metal boots and it breaks apart. A moray hiding inside undulates away. You pick up the 2 silver coins that were hidden inside the jug. Oh, wait. What a treasure! What a treasure we just found. It's awesome. Well, let's try to get past this plant here, because we have to do. Yes. Elanarae has barely approached the fleshy plant when the tentacles go rushing towards him and entangle his body. The tentacles shoot out at Elanarae and entwine his body. In desperation, Elanarae hacks at them with his obsidian dagger. The recovering robot comes to his aid as well and cuts some more tentacles with her obsidian dagger. Everywhere Elanarae is being grasped by the tentacles, he feels a strong burning sensation. Apparently the plant is secreting some form of poison. More tentacles grasp Elanarae and pull him towards the plant. Together, Elanarae and Victorian robot finally manage to hack off all of the plant tentacles, allowing Elanarae to escape his doom. Did I have to do this? Apparently not. Wait. Useless. Oh well. Eat some lone berries. Eat them. Eat them all. Nom 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 nom. Oh, good lone berries. I like them. Ew. They really put a chunk on him. Oh boy. Where the fudge do I have to go? That's kinda annoying. Why can't it just tell me you have to go to the east? Ah. Suddenly Elanarae trips, his feet leave the ground and slowly slide forward. He hits the ground with his spear for a second before rising again. It didn't hurt, but judging from the grins on everyone's face, it must have been quite a funny sight. When Elanarae is back on his feet, he kicks the object he slipped on. A metal sign shoots through the water until it hits a wall fragment and sinks down again. Before the sign is covered by the sand cloud, it has ways to read Vadu Ebenston, finest wines and brandies. Oh. Wines and brandies. Your boss is judging the seafloor when Queen of Headless sees a Nixwin walking behind the ship and draws him to everybody's attention. With a few unmistakable gestures, Sokka informs you that this is one of the rebellious Nixes, so you hide behind the remains of a wall. The Nix swims to the next house to the north and enters the building over its well-preserved walls. You wait for about 10 minutes for the return of the necker, but he has disappeared without a trace. Oh.